Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting video lined up for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an update from our channel.
Guys, in this video, we will be learning what is decorator in Python. In Python, a decorator is a design pattern that allows you to extend or modify the behavior of functions or method without changing their code. Decorators are often used to add functionality to functions or method, such as logging, authentication, or performance monitoring. It is also called metaprogramming, where a part of program attempts to change another part of program at compile time, right? At compile time. Decorators are a powerful tool in Python for code reuse, separation of concern, and adding functionality to function or methods in a clean and modular way, right? Python also provides several built-in decorators such as static method, right? Class method, property, and libraries often use decorators for various purposes, right? Such as web framework, Flask, and Django using decorators for route handling and authentication. Before understanding the decorator, we need to know some important concepts of Python, right? What is that? First is what is function? Then what is inner function? How to decorate functions with parameters, right? Syntactic decorator. Now first see what is basic use of functions. Functions are first class objects in the Python because they can reference to passed to a variable and returned from other function as well. Okay, let's see with the example. Def, let me say get salary, employee name, you can take, let's say if employee name equals to Raj, return $10,000, return 0. Okay, this is a very simple function. If we say, let me call this function get salary, employee name Raj, so it will return $10,000. Okay, let's run the program. Okay, it has not printed anything because we have not printed it yet. So let's print. It will show $10,000. So far, so good. Okay, so we have another way to print this method, right? Or we have, let's say p1 equals to get salary. Okay, so this is the other way. If you want to print p1, then it will also print like Rohan. Let's run the program. It will return 15,000. Okay, you see, from first statement it returns 10,000, then from second one it returns 15,000, right? Now let's see what is inner function, right? Inner function. So Python provides the facility to define the function inside another function inside another function. So these type of function are called inner function. Okay, so how can you say that? Define, so def get salary. Okay, then we can say salary is 0 by default. Bonus, I want to define function in a function, right? Def get basic. Okay, get basic salary. Here I'm just returning basic salary, let's say 1000. Okay, then I have to define another one more function, get bonus, right? Here we have to return, let's say 2000. Okay, so these two functions are the inner function of this upper function, that is get salary. How to call inner function inside the functions? Now let's see. So what we'll do, salary equals to get salary, we can call it easily like that. Okay, then bonus same, get bonus. This is fine. Now what we can do, we can return salary plus bonus as a total salary, right? So this is one thing. So what we can do, we have to execute this function in print statement, get salary. Okay, there is some mistake here. We have to use this function, right? So get basic salary and get bonus, right? So this will print both the salary as a combined salary from this method. Let's in the program. You see, now the salary is $3,000 because 1,000 and 2,000. Okay, so this is called a inner function. Function within a function. We have called it, right? So this is one example of inner function. Now let's see the other example of inner functions. So we can say decorating functions with parameters. Okay, so we have to pass function as a parameter. In decorators, functions are passed as an argument into another function and then called inside the wrapper function. Okay, so let's see with an example. If I define a function, let's say tracking salary, okay, simple function. Then we have to define one wrapper, let's say wrapper, okay. Here we have to pass a function as an argument, so you can take any name of the function here, okay. So I'm taking fun as a function argument. What we have to do, we have to define a function inside the function. So we can say a def, we can say get salary. This is a new function. We will be expecting one argument, the name of the employee here, okay. Simply passing, we can say salary should be 0 as a default. We have to take some parameters. We are going to take bonus of the employee as a 0 by default. Then we have to take the reference of, let's say, track. You can say track, and then this function which will be passing here, we have to call it, right? And then we have to pass the argument into this function. This is very simple. Now we have to define def get salary, or let's say get basic salary. Another function we have to say get bonus. Now what we have to do, we have to call functions inside the functions. So these inner function we have to call in the upper function, right? What we have to do, we have to set our salary variable, right? Get salary, okay, means get basic salary, okay. Then bonus, similarly get bonus, okay. Just return the salary and bonus from here, right? We have to call get salary and return it, right? Get salary, okay. This implementation is complete. Now it is time to call the wrapper function. Let me take one reference of wrapper function, w1 wrapper. In wrapper, I have to pass on the function which I have created, tracking salary, okay. So this is the function which we are passing here to wrapper. Wrapper is expecting a argument as a function, you see, and this function is getting called here. Just see carefully, this function is called right here, okay. Let's see what would happen. We have to pass on one argument into this reference w1, let's say Raj, and we will be printing the output of w1 function, okay. Ultimately this is a reference of tracking salary, okay. This is a reference of get salary, okay. Let's in the program, let's see what will be the output. If you see this output is printed, let me make it separated, right? inner function 2. Okay, I have written the line to just identify the output of the function. Okay, so this is the output, this 3000 is the output of this function. Okay, but now you would be thinking, what is the benefit of this, right? Why we have written this? Okay, so we have passed this function into wrapper to get the basic detail or basic information about any employee, right? Salary found for the name. So we have passed on the name here. Okay, we have taken the name here and we have passed on the name here. So this tracking salary would be getting the name, but we have not printed whatever it is returning. Okay, so before we have to return the bonus, we will be printing this track, because track is getting this statement, right? Okay, good, my point. Wrapper is having the tracking salary, and tracking salary is expecting one argument which will be returning the statement. So tracking salary will be passing here and tracking salary will be called here. It will be expecting one argument. Then this function tracking salary function will be returning a statement track, and this statement, this message will be printed right here. Okay, before we returns the salary plus bonus. Okay, so the output will be displaying before this line. Okay, what statement? Salary found for this name which we have passed on from here. Okay, let's run the program. You see you see it is printed. Salary found for Raj is printed, and output of the get salary function is $3000. So this is called decorating functions with parameters. Okay, we have seen 3 points here so far. What is function, inner function, decorating function with parameters. Now we have to see what is syntactic decorator. Okay, this is the most important point we have to see. Okay, so what is syntactic decorator? In this above program, we have decorated our wrapper, right? Our wrapper that is little bit bulky. Okay, instead of using above method, Python allows to use decorator in easy way with @ Okay, this symbol, right? Sometimes it is called py syntax. Decorators are typically implemented as functions themselves and are applied to other functions or method using the symbol, right? Okay, so let's see how it will work. We are going to create a function, another function, let's say basic detail. Okay, it will take a function as a reference. Fine, let me put a print statement here. We'll be saying like our function name, we can say this function dot. So this name property we can set. Okay, here. So okay, so this name property we can get, it will give us the name of the function which is passing. Okay, we can say called. The other step is to define a inner function, right? Let me take any name, inner I have taken. Then we'll be passing args. So it is for accepting the arguments in data types, in simple data types. Another argument will be taken as a quarks. Okay, we can say quarks. Okay, and we are going to return our function and we'll be passing some arguments, right? Then we have to return this inner. Okay, fine. So that inner function we are returning in basic detail. Okay, right? Let's say we have another function which we are going to execute in our program. It's a main function for us, right? Let's say we have to get the salary of the employee. The similarly, then get employee salary. We'll be passing name here, whose salary, right? Name. The same we have to see as a function. Let's say the same thing we have to pass. Okay, and you can say same code we can copy here. Okay, we just delete this statement. This is simple salary and bonus, the same statement, and or even these two more lines we have to print, and this one as well. Okay, right? So these are the previous one. Okay, we have not touched anything. We can say print. Okay, here we can say whatever name will be passing here, name and total salary. Okay, so it is done very simple. One decorator we have defined here, the main function we have defined. Now before that we were talking about the decorator at the rate symbol. We have to call now our at the rate symbol, and then we have to say basic details. That's done. Okay, because here whatever, here what was the problem, we have to call our wrapper method and then pass the function tracking salary. Okay, but here it is very easy. What we are doing here, we are just setting the decorator here. Okay, in the decorator we are just saying what is the name of this function. Okay, we can log so many things here in this basic function. This method will be execute this line of code always, right? So this is a one example of decorator. On this method, let's execute control C. Let me take print, right? We have to pass on the name. Let's say coding news today. Okay, so this is the name we have to provided here as a name. Okay, now let's run the program. You see, after function to executed, right, this line. Okay, so our new function which is called from here. So first of all, get employee salary called. So first of all, this function was executed, right? And here this line was printed. So get employee salary is called because it is expecting this method, right, as a inner method, as a inner function. Okay, so it said function name, this is called, this line is state, this statement is printed, and this function is being passed here. Okay, in the basic detail. Did you get the point? Okay, so this line was printed, and then when this function executed, so name is being passed as a code news today, right? And then total salary, it returned salary plus bonus, which is $3,000. You see, $3,000 it printed. So this form of decorator is very simple instead of this form, right? This form. Here we have to always take care. We have to call wrapper. Then inside the wrapper we have to pass on the function. This function, right? Let's say if you have another method. Okay. Let's say you are going to create another method def get employee address, right? Let's say it's a other method which we are calling, and we are saying return employee address India, right? Delhi. Okay, so this is a simple method. Let's say I have to execute the same implementation here on other method as well. What we have to do, we have to just use a decorator which we just created, okay, right, and just execute this method. Now you will see the difference, okay, print, right. So here we are passing the name, and we can say f, you can say name, okay. Here we have to pass, let's say, Raj, okay. So it is same as this example, but here the advantage of using decorator is we can design our n number of function with the decorator. This we have to think. Let's run the program. You see now this time it's on get employee address called. Okay, this function name is called, and the output of this function from this is this one. Okay, so this is the power of decorator. It is up to us to decide which type of implementation with the decorator we are going to use in our program. There could be so many, right? So we can define n number of decorators for our programs, for big programs. Okay, let's say if we want to authenticate the user on the web application, we can define a decorator with name authentication sort of things, and you can customize your logic here, right? Let's say if you want to log everything whenever any methods executed or called, you want to log the details, right, in some file, okay, who executed the function, right. So this was the decorator in Python. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box, so we will cover up those questions and concerns, okay.
That brings us to the end of the today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on all things tech related. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.